Where was it? Marcel Reed, this stat line isn't that bad, all right? 25 for 39, 237 yards. That's not a bad stat line, except for you have 2 interceptions and 0 touchdowns. That's not good enough, right? Marcel Reed didn't play a horrible, but he also had 2 or 3 turnovers in this game. And last week, whenever I was previewing this game, I told you that the most important stat is who turns over the ball the least amount of times. Miami had 0 turnovers. 0. Great game played by Carson Beck. Marcel Reed was not. He made 2 huge mistakes. And I think he even on that last drive, he was not fully there. He was, I don't know how to explain it exactly, but he was late on so many throws. So again, ESPN does a really good job during the playoffs. They have the main broadcast, right, with Kirk Herbstreit, Chris Fowler on the call. But then they also have the sky view, right? I have my TV with a surround sound on the main broadcast, right? But then above, I have a projector. And I like to watch the sky view of that. So I can see the play develop, and then I can kind of watch replays and hear analysis, whatever, from Kirk and Chris. So and there was one play early in the drive. It was almost picked off because Marcel Reed hesitated and didn't throw it. But the guy ran a little, there's a tight end from the left side, ran a little curl over the middle. He had the guy open. He hitched, and then he threw it, and it was that close to getting picked off. It looked like that play in college football where the guy kind of dives after the ball and then it just goes right through him. That's kind of what it looked like. You can't do that if you're Marcel Reed. And then again, later in the draft, there was another play. It actually ended up not being that bad of a play, but it greatly hurt the ability to get yards after the catch. So there's an out route, and it's just late. He throws it to the very sideline. If he hits that right on the break from his route, he can catch that turn upfield and get a few more yards. He's just late. He hesitated a ton on this last drive, and it finally bit him on that last play of the game, right? He runs a little Texas route, the wide receiver, or maybe it was a tight end, I'm not 100% sure. But he runs a little Texas route, so it kind of goes like this, right? It goes like that. That's a Texas route. You make that double move, you fake outside, you cut inside, and the guy's wide open, right? But it's very, 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 very slim. He's open. You can make that throw, but you have to be on time. You have to be. Absolutely have to be on time. And he didn't do that. He was late. He hitched again. And then he throws it late, throws it behind the guy. He's trying to one-hand it behind his back, gets picked off. Huge win for Miami. Marcel Reed has to be able to have confidence in himself, confidence in his receivers, confidence in his play caller. He has to have more confidence on late drives next year whenever he comes back for Texas A&M. He has to figure that out. He can't be hesitated. He can't be nervous. He can't be hesitating to make the plays that he needs to make, right? Marcel Reed needs to be better in big spots.